What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we are going to be doing a video that I don't want to say steal, but I kind of did from I'm the One and Only. I saw this video from his channel and I thought about doing one on my perspective and seeing how it's different. But basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be reacting to a Amazon driver that quit. You guys are going to see my opinions. You guys are going to see what I think, my perspective on why I think they quit. Juan, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, dude. I had to do it. You know, don't be mad at me. I know you got like tremendous biceps, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, okay? Hello? So apparently you guys are not subscribed and you're watching this video. So do me a favor and subscribe and just like that video for me. Thank you. Let's get right into the video. So we're going to be reacting to DeAndre Suave. He says working as an Amazon driver, delivery driver rant. What? I just got exploded, bro. Keep going, let's keep going. Okay. What up, what up?
And I'm back with another video. Now if y'all don't...
Is my Wi-Fi trash or what's going on here, bro?
And I'm back with another video. Now if y'all don't know by now, I used to work at Amazon.
So when I actually quit my Amazon job, I don't know if it's the same thing for everybody, but I was not able to keep like the uniform or the vest. The only thing that I was able to finesse was the actual hat. But other than that, I wasn't able to keep like the vest, or I know they have like jackets, they have they have shorts. I wasn't able to keep any of that because my manager at the time, he said that if I kept it, he was going to discount it off of my check. So I was just like, okay, whatever.
Kept the vest because I wanted to. I used to work as an Amazon delivery driver. So I deliver packages that people order, basically. You know,
What is going on with this buffering, dude?
it has some pros, some positives. Like working by yourself, you know what I mean? You ain't got to worry about nobody over your shoulder. Another positive, getting paid, you know, because that's always good.
Absolutely, bro. I feel you. Like, the only thing that I could really say about Amazon that I loved was nobody was really over your shoulder, and then the money was actually pretty good. So I can't complain about those two things, but let's see what he has to say.
Why else do we work? You know what I mean? That's about it. But for me, my personal experience, I had way more cons, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Staying clear. Start your day off as an Amazon delivery driver. You got to drive to the parking lot, or Uber, or take transportation. However you get to the design parking lot where they have all the Amazon trucks and all the Amazon vans at, that's how you start your day off. You get...
Yeah, basically what he's trying to say is that DSP or your boss sends you a location. Basically it's a parking lot. Then you go to the parking lot, you leave your vehicle there, and then you hop into one of the Amazon vans and stuff like that. If you guys already watched the first video that I made, I go through basically all the steps on how you start your day and how you end your day. So yeah, that's basically what he's trying to say.
Get there or whatever. Mind you, the Amazon parking lot that I had to drive to every day was about 20 to 25 minutes away from where I actually live. We'll keep that in mind. So boom, you there.
Yeah, I can also agree to that because the Amazon parking lot that I had to drive to was about 35 without traffic. Well, I would say 35 with traffic and then 30 without traffic. So usually there's a lot of people that don't work super close, and if you do work super close, then that's just something that you don't really pay attention to. But for people that actually have to drive a long distance, on top of, you know, going to work, and then after you finish you have to drive back home, you kind of start taking that into consideration.
You know know what I mean? You gotta get your car, you gotta get your Amazon truck, you know what I mean? So I'm getting there like, alright, bet. So I'm like, bet. I'm looking for my supervisor so I could get the keys to one of these Amazon trucks so I can get started on my route. So I talked to my supervisor, and apparently you don't get one of these nice Amazon trucks to deliver with. You get one of these white vans over here that when you first start, that's just how it goes.
I can actually disagree to that because not every Amazon DSP starts off with those white vans. Usually if you have the white vans, they're rentals. But in the majority of the DSPs that I've seen, you always start off with the Dodge Amazon vans or the Mercedes Amazon vans. In my experience, I never really saw a full-on company that only has a lot of white vans compared to the nice Amazon Dodge or Mercedes vans. But yes, you do get some white rental vans sometimes, and I hate those because one, with everything going on right now in the world, you look super shady, especially if you go into like a really nice neighborhood and stuff like that. That's not good. And then two, they're super small and they're just not easy to maneuver around.
So boom, alright, whatever. I mean, I'm gonna look like a pedophile, like a child molester. Like, I'm out here driving in the white vans. Y'all know about these white vans, like, but boom, alright, I'll take that L, I'll eat that. Like, the Amazon trucks got aux cords, got sliding doors so you can access your packages in the back. Shit just feel better in the Amazon truck, but whatever, I'll deal with this R. Kelly S 2020 or whatever.
So the actual Amazon vans, they do have reverse camera. They have a sensor, so when you're getting like super close to certain things that the sensor detects, it starts beeping. It gets super annoying. They have Bluetooth. They do have aux cords. They have like 3 or 4 USB ports. So they are actually a lot better than the white vans that he's talking about.
I'll eat that. So boom, they give me my route number. I'm looking around the parking lot like, where do I get my bags? Where are my packages that I'm supposed to deliver? Like, I got my van right here with, what do we do next? So after I asked my supervisor where my packages at, he looks at me and laughs.
The packages aren't here. The packages are at the Amazon warehouse station.
Wait, so you're telling me that I have to drive somewhere else after I already drove 25 minutes? So why don't we just meet up there to begin with?
So usually you never meet up at the warehouse, just because it's super crowded, because you got to keep in mind there's warehouse workers that have to park close to their warehouse, because it doesn't make sense if they didn't park close to their warehouse. Two, there's other DSPs that are constantly going, getting packages and leaving, and then going, getting packages and leaving. That's just basically from what I have gathered from when I worked at Amazon. But every Amazon warehouse could be different. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Another thing I hate about Amazon is the way that they schedule your routes. Like, they pick and choose who they give the specific routes to. It seems like they give the harder routes to the newcomers, and the people who've been there, I feel like they give them the easier routes, which makes no fucking sense, because I don't even know what to do and you're gonna give me a hard route.
So I completely 100% agree with him to a certain extent. So when I first finished my nursery routes, like the first week that I finished my nursery routes, I got a 300 package. I think it was like 200 and something stops. I know, I think I showed it in the video, in my first video. So that route that I actually got was my first week off of the nursery routes. And it's really crazy to me, because I don't understand how they give those really heavy routes to people that are just coming in. But on the different side of what he's saying, when I was already working there for a long time, I was one of the main people getting the really heavy routes. I don't know if it was just because of my finish time. I don't know if it was just because everybody else didn't really care. I don't know. But Even, you know, throughout my whole nursery experience, I've always had to do rescues. I always got the majority of packages. I think it was like twice that I got a route that was like 80 packages. I mean, I'm sorry, it was like 120 packages and it's like 90 stops or something like that. But yeah,
you can have about 90 to 100 stops your whole day, right? But each stop would be an apartment. So that would take 10 times as long as delivering to a house. Tell me why on my first day I got all apartments when you're out.
Yeah, I know I need to keep stopping. I need to stop stopping the video. I need to stop pausing the video. There you go. I need to stop pausing the video. But a lot of what he's saying is like I can relate to it 100%. I never got apartments in the beginning. I always got houses, and I guess that's why my finish time was like super good. But towards the end, I was getting apartments non-stop. They started splitting it with the majority of my packages was apartments, and then they would kind of be like, okay, we know that we pretty much, let's give you like a couple houses just so you can feel happy, you know. But yeah, the apartments are super dreadful. Like every time you see apartments on your Rabbit phone, you're like, oh, this is gonna be such a terrible day.
Out on the road, you're by yourself, you're on your own. There's nobody here to help. If you have a question, you can try to call your supervisor, but more than likely they're probably doing routes too, because that's just how it was built. Amazon was built where I was at. So they don't answer. So say you at an apartment, right, and the door locked. You call the customer, they don't pick up the phone, like they don't want their package. I'm sitting here at this one stop for like 10 minutes.
So usually when you have to have a access code to enter a building, or you have to call a person, you usually have to call them twice. If they don't pick up, then the best thing to do is just take it back into the Amazon truck, and don't mark it as not delivered, don't mark it as missing or anything like that. Just wait until the end of your route, and if you still have time, go ahead and go back to that address, see if you can call them back again, and if they don't answer, then just take it back to the station. That's just what I always did. Some people would be at work, so they wouldn't be able to answer, and I know towards the end of my route they would usually be home, so you know, that's what I did. But like I said, that's not what everybody does. In those scenarios, don't waste your time waiting 20-15 minutes for somebody to answer, because they're usually busy, or they're usually, you know, asleep, or they're usually doing something that doesn't require them to pick up the phone.
The customer's not picking up. My supervisor isn't picking up. You call Amazon support, but they tell you to wait 10 more minutes for the customer to appear. Like he's just gonna magically appear. Then they say,
throw the package in the back and deliver that later after you did all your other routes. All packages must be delivered before you go back to the Amazon station.
so you want me to basically just waste all my time and just drive? Okay, Amazon doesn't care about it.
I would say that Amazon itself does care about you. I would say the way that the DSPs are built, or the way that the DSPs are trained, kind of separates from what Amazon is initially intended to be. But I wouldn't say it's too much of Amazon's fault. At the end of the day, the people that run the DSPs or that run the companies, it's up to them to provide you with as much support and as much help that you need, especially if you're new and you don't know what's going on and you have never had a ride along or anything like that.
They only care if you can deliver these packages and at a good time. They don't care if you get chased or bitten by a dog. It be beware.
So in my Amazon truck, they actually had a anti-dog thing. Like it was like I don't know if it was a sound. I think it was a sound, like it was like a echo wave or whatever that you could put in case a dog was chasing you or something like that. But like, what are the odds of you carrying that around when you're delivering a package? And you know, so it's kind of like they put that there so you can use it, but what are the odds that you're gonna have enough time to actually use that?
Dog signs, so like you want me to go inside your gate, but the gate got a big ass sign on it and it say, beware of dog. They don't care if you get chased or bitten by a dog. It's gonna have you start tossing them bitches at their door because you ain't trying to get in that situation.
So I completely agree with him as well. What I used to do is whenever I saw the beware of dog sign, who is this messaging me? Like, what notifications am I getting? Like, where? I don't even know where my phone's at. When I used to see those beware of dog signs, I used to just either like make some noise on the gate, or I used to like bang or like just move some bushes around or something. And like usually if dogs hear that there's a commotion going on around the house, they would always come to the front and check it out. But usually, thank God, I never had any issues with any type of dogs or any type of animals attacking me or anything like that, because that would probably scar me for life and I would probably hate dogs after that. But yeah, that's usually what I would do. But I do understand there's a lot of properties, especially like if you're out like in the countryside, there's a lot of properties that have a lot of animals just everywhere guarding the property and stuff. So
Amazon, beware a dog. But you're not supposed to do that. You gotta actually get out the car, walk in front of their house and place it in front of their door. They don't care if you get chased or bitten by a dog. That's a dub. I'm tossing that bitch. Cause is Amazon gonna be in the hospital with you when you only have half an ass and you got the other half in the dog's mouth?
yeah, I agree with what he's saying.
Nah, he not. So that's a dub. They don't care if the weather is fucking horrible. Oh, if the weather's horrible and your truck can't drive in it, oh, you better walk to deliver those packages, each and every one of them. Like this one situation where it snowed so bad, the fucking U-Haul truck that I was in couldn't even drive through it.
I never got to work in the snow, but I did have to work in like hail. I did have to work in rain. I did have to work in like a heat wave. I was dying. So I do understand where it's like, it's kind of the same thing though, but if you work for FedEx or if you work for UPS or if you work for the mail carrier, USPS, you're kind of expected to work under all weather conditions unless like you literally can't drive to work or you know your vehicle breaks down. It's kind of like what you sign up to when you first start working there. So but I do understand what he's saying. Like it's such a bitch to be working in those weather conditions, and for the amount of money that they're paying you, completely not worth it.
The best pay in the world. It's okay, but it's not worth, in my opinion, all the BS I was going through. I drove my black ass right back home and I never came back. So yeah, I basically kept the vest as a souvenir. You know what I mean? All the hard troubles and hard times I went through. That's basically my experience at Amazon as a delivery.
So yeah, I did the same thing that he did. I basically kept the hat as a souvenir of all the things that I learned and all the things that I would always take with me, and you kind of build from that, you know. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did like this video, go ahead and make sure you thumbs up just so I can know that you enjoyed it and I can make another reaction video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.